But let me quickly introduce to you my guests on this part of the show. One you know too well, the other one is appearing on the show for the first time. We are happy to have him with us on Sports. Now, let me start from the new man, Tolu, based in Akure, but is in Lagos and is a good friend, watches the local league so well. Tolu Olorunmoteni is with us on Sports Tonight. Did I murder your name? Did I call it?
You got it right.
Yeah, Tolu, good to have you. Good to have you on Sports Tonight.
Same here, Tony. Yeah. Good to be on the show, and of course, that's you to Dumodi. Good to be on the show with you guys.
All right, so Doom. Where do we start from? You're a Rangers man, so let me just let me allow you to pass because I wanted to ask your opinion about the penalty and complaints everywhere, refereeing penalties everywhere, and all of that. But let me allow that to pass because you're a Rangers man, and I don't want. You're a Rangers man and you're a Warri Wolves fan, so you're on the two sides. So let me skip that one. Let's look at what's going to happen tomorrow, gentlemen. We have matches tomorrow. March the 8th of the Globe Premier League. We're closing in on March the 9th. Remember, after 9 weeks, you're supposed to have teams submit their guarantees
for the first
25 million. But let's leave that aside because that's off the pitch. Let's look at the games to be played tomorrow. Warri Wolves will be going to Dolphins. That's a big game. Of course, you saw Warri Wolves through Bola Salami getting the result over Rangers in that one. Dolphins have been struggling, and this promises to be one of the top games of March the 8th. Let me run through the fixtures, then I'm going to ask you guys around some of the fixtures. Rangers will be hosting Abia Warriors. That's Eastern Derby, Oriental Battle. Nembe against Atland. Nembe yet to win a game. Atland yet to win a game. So both teams are looking for their first win of the season. El Kanemi against Crown. El Kanemi really doing so well. And then Crown also not doing badly at all. Kaduna United, bereaved Kaduna United against Sharks of Port Harcourt in Kaduna. Another good game, very tricky game for Kaduna United because Sharks are very solid this season. We have Nasarawa against Gombe in Lafia. We are going to be having Giwa against Aqua United. The league leaders will be going to Giwa. Giwa won their game away from home over the weekend, beating Taraba, and they will want to continue that good run. Sunshine against FC Taraba, massive game in Akure tomorrow. Enyimba against Lobi, big game as well. Kano Pillars against Bayelsa will have been another top one, but Bayelsa just returned to the country from Cote d'Ivoire, and the LMC have postponed that game to allow them prepare for the second leg. They have a 2-0 deficit from the first leg that they need to cancel, so they need all the support all the time to prepare for the second leg. But let's come to some of those games that we talked about. Dolphins, Warri Wolves. Tolu, what are you seeing in that game? Dolphins are struggling. Warri Wolves, well, neither here nor there, but they look like a team that can go anywhere and get a result on a good day.
They've been fantastic. I think I last saw the Warri Wolves in Akure against Sunshine Stars. They lost the lead twice. And finally lost that game courtesy of certain Kingsley Eduwo's fantastic header later on in the game. But I think Dolphins have not been too impressive lately. Yeah. Going 4 games unbeaten is one thing, but being unable to win all 4 is another thing entirely. They've drawn all of those 4 games, and they'll be looking for the first win against Warri Wolves. If they get that, that will be a fantastic boost for them. They can already go into this game looking at themselves like, okay, we've been playing well, not losing in the last 4, away from home and at home. And this game, with the support of their fans, I think they should be able to nick this over Warri Wolves. Warri Wolves have not been bad, really. But they need to be
about
impressive.
Bola Salami this season.
Yes, it's been all about
Bola has just become a different person entirely. Maybe he's pushing for a World Cup place. Maybe that's why Brown is playing out of his skin.
Probably. We saw his performances in South Africa in Chan. It was fantastic. Although there were some games where he went to bed, and I asked myself, is this the same Bola or I know? But so far this season, since he moved from 3SC to Warri Wolves, he's been a different guy entirely. We can just hope that he will be able to get something good for himself. Although the World Cup place, I think, is way beyond his reach right now. But for Warri Wolves, I think it will be impressive if they can get a goal there. If they can do that and try to work on their defense more, don't consider late goals like they did against Sunshine Stars, probably they can nick a point. But I think Dolphins will push for a win.
Now, let me come to you. Rangers, Abia Warriors. That's a derby. That's a difficult game. Abia Warriors are really not playing like newcomers. They're taking the game to the more established teams, and they're looking like a team that can push anybody this season.
they are newcomers in terms of the playing personnel, they are not new.
Very experienced players in that team.
Experienced squad and experienced coach on the bench. So you expect a country one. For Rangers, they have to be very careful of this Abia Warriors. This is a team that beat Eimba in the local derby. Nobody expected that result. Nobody foresaw that. But you look at the quality of players in that squad and say, yes, this team can go to Enugu and won't shock River. But Rangers, going by what they played against Warriors, that was a good game, but they lost that game, but they showed some quality. They showed that the guys that went to South Africa for the CHAN, they didn't disappoint, but even though the result did turn their way. So I'm expecting the Rangers to want to get this one because it's likely going to be a Rangers win, because it may not be a whitewash. I don't expect a whitewash in this game. I expect a Rangers win because this is the game that you need to win to stay afloat, because they've not been doing so fine. I think they've won only one game, and they needed just some of this game to stay afloat because the bigger teams are moving ahead. The smaller teams, especially those ones who we thought will be among the strugglers, are still moving ahead. So I'm expecting a closely contested one, but I'm seeing the pendulum swinging to the Enugu side.
Let's talk very quickly. What you have on your screen was the first game of the season, Abia Warriors against Kaduna United. Let's talk about Kaduna United. We highlighted this on Monday, but we didn't have enough time to talk about it. Kaduna United, their supporters club have been banned from watching any of their games for 1 year. That for me is a little strange because I've never really seen something like that before, where as a result of assault on an official, only the supporters club are banned and the team is not touched. Dumnodi, am I making a mistake?
Well, there are instances where you have, I don't know whether if you attack most official, but you know when you have, what rules are you looking at?
The rules of the game.
The rules of the game.
Anyway,
there are instances when you have crowd violence, you say fans are not this particular section of the field. You don't, because when you have basis attack, you have that. You say this particular section. Nobody.
We're talking about football abroad. We're talking about Nigeria.
I'm talking of
our rules in Nigeria. Yes.
What rules are we applying at this stage?
Anyway, they said they are first offenders.
When you talk about Kaduna United banning their fans, who are the supporters of Kaduna United?
LMC banned their fans. Their supporters club.
What is it? Who is it? Fans or supporters club of Kaduna United?
Supporters club. Supporters club of
Kaduna United. Who are they?
They're the guys who sing and come to the stadium.
How do you identify them?
It's a matter of just dropping your drums.
Drop your drum, drop your
come like a normal, buy your ticket and sit down
and watch game.
And watch the game.
We know how those things are done.
We know how those things are done. But they said because they are first offenders, Kaduna United have been fined 250,000 for being first offenders. So, well, that's what they say. But I just want the LMC to be firmer with punishment for those who assault referees. Look. If you touch a referee, the maximum punishment should come on you, because the gospel we are preaching this year is for referees to be safe. When referees are safe, they officiate better. But when referees, because they are guaranteed security, but when referees are not, I mean, we have cases of monies promised referees that were beaten from many seasons ago. Up till now, some of these referees have not received those monies. So I really want us to look at those issues going forward. For me. But let's come to another one very quickly. We brought you the pictures of Bayelsa and El Kanemi Warriors. I hope we can also see it again, where the trouble. That's the game you are seeing on your screen.
Yeah.
The LMC came out and said El Kanemi should produce the man. The story around that goal that the referee said wasn't supposed to be a good goal, but he had to blow because there was invasion. Very, very true. Yeah. But what we are trying to stress here is the LMC told El Kanemi, produce the player that pushed down the referee in 7 days. It's almost 2 weeks now.
No, it's not. No, it's Friday. Friday was 7 days.
Last Friday was 7 days.
7 days.
Add about 5.
Okay. All right. Okay. We are waiting
it's
till
about
Friday.
10, 11 days.
It was already over 7 days.
It's over 10 days.
Where is the player?
You shall be close of work on Friday. Then you come up with whatever statement or whatever punishment, because you ordered them to produce the player.
Yes.
After 7 days, they will face further punishment, further sanction.
It's almost 10 days now.
We don't know. Have they produced the player? If they are producing the player, who is the player? Because you have to, their player must have a name.
The player is supposed to be banned for a year, according to the LMC. So who is the player? Have they produced the player?
We're not getting clear communication. When you try as much as possible, this is where you see all manners of speculation, insinuations start coming out, and you blame the media for coming up with negative reports. When you are not apt, you are not quick at taking actions. When you give 7 days, but you never calculated. But even the decisions for this game, it took them 5 days to take that decision.
Yeah.
But we are calling on the LMC, please. I mean, that's the incident. That's the incident. Somebody came and watch a player of Academy push the referee. That's it.
Yeah.
They said produce this man in 7 days. It's 10 days now. No action, no words around who did that.
Anthony, I think it's quite bad. Talking of even the LMC right now, they are kind of lax in taking judgments, making judgments. They
want to be thorough. I can give that to them that they want to be thorough.
But
it is over 7 days now.
Yeah. It took them 5 days to come to a conclusion to even punish El Kanemi and of course Bayelsa in that game. But since then, come on, I think they should be more strict with the way they handle that decision making.
All right, so that's it. That's our charge to the LMC. Who is that player? That player should be banned for a year. Who is that player? I think we leave it at that. We'll continue to remind them. Maybe cut out that video of that player pushing down the referee and ask who is that player. And until something is done about that El Kanemi Warriors player who pushed down the referee. We need to protect our referees so that they can do a better job for us.